Dear friends, a look back through Temple Emanu-El's membership rolls through its 180-year history reveals our congregation's commitment to public service. So many of our members have served this country, this state, this city we love, from cabinet secretaries and ambassadors to legislators to mayors to commissioners. When Robert Tucker joined those ranks as Mayor Adams' appointee as the 35th New York City Fire Commissioner, it was a moment of great pride. Of course, for his father Barry, his sister Amy, and his children Alex, Zoe, and Phoebe, and girlfriend Nicole, who are here. But it was a moment of great pride for all of us at Temple Emanu-El. And I know, in speaking to Robert about his service, what an honor it has been for him. We were together just last week at the station on 67th Street, and I could see how much he loved being there and how much the company appreciated him. Robert has long been involved in the life of this city, having grown up here and having served as special assistant to Queens District Attorney Richard Brown. He's been a trustee of the New York City Police Foundation and the FDNY Foundation, too. So his service as commissioner was an extension of a life of involvement. Today was his final day on the job, and I am truly grateful that he has chosen to end the day with us. As I said at the outset, Robert and I share a mutual friend, Rabbi Joseph Potasnik. As Joe serves in a volunteer capacity for the FDNY as chief chaplain, Robert volunteers in support of the New York Board of Rabbis, which Rabbi Potasnik leads with such grace, kindness, wisdom, and humor. I'm privileged to be part of that board. Rabbi Potasnik can be heard regularly on the radio speaking about religion and faith. He has served on numerous city commissions. He has received the Jan Karski Humanitarian Award from the Polish Consulate and the Ellis Island Medal of Honor. And I'm delighted to welcome him back to this pulpit from which he has spoken many times before. Rabbi Joseph Potasnik.
Thank you, Rabbi Davidson. Thank you for allowing me to share the pulpit with you at this special occasion. Let me say Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, and Merry Christmas. And I want to say that to you celebrating Christmas, you're very fortunate. There's only one spelling for the word Christmas. Hanukkah, we have at least 5 different spellings for the word. Secondly, those of you with children here tonight, don't worry about kids making noise. Kids who make noise at that age become rabbis when they get older. If they make a lot of noise, they become cantors when they get older. You know, there's one candle that stands higher than all the others, as you know, called the shamash. Its sole purpose is to light all the other candles, which says to all of us, if you can bring light to others, life to others, you stand a little bit higher. Robert Tucker has been the 35th FDNY Fire Shamash in New York. And I heard the cantor sing before the words, light one candle. Isn't it interesting? You can take one candle and light all the others, and it doesn't diminish the integrity of that one candle. Robert Tucker, a proud Jew, served FDNY, most of whom are not Jewish. And yet, he worked together with them, serving them, and he maintained his own identity. I remember the biographer of Churchill years ago was asked to what he ascribed the greatness of Churchill. He said 50% intelligence, 50% integrity, 50% independence. And someone asked the biographer, but that's 150%. He said, "Sir, you didn't know Churchill. He was more than one person." When you look at all of the heralded accomplishments of Robert Tucker, he certainly is more than one person. That's why in Hebrew the word Chaim is in the plural. You can't write life in the singular in the Hebrew language. You want to live life fully? You want to make a difference in other lives? Learn to do it with Chaim. So in the Friday night service, we have the words, Tzeschem l'sholom, boachem l'sholom. Go in peace, return in peace. And over the years, I've developed this habit. Whenever I see a fire truck, an ambulance, with sirens blaring, I offer the same words. So Robert, today you had the official walkout, concluding your tenure at FDNY. And we say, Tzeschem l'sholom. You went out in peace. And tonight, boachem l'sholom, may you return in peace. But also know, Robert, you certainly have been a blessing to all of us, to whom you have brought light and love into our lives. Thank you so much. Mazel tov.
And so, Commissioner, we have a Hanukkah present for you. It is a Chanukiah, a Hanukkah menorah, designed by the wonderful artist Gary Rosenthal. And we pray that from this day forward, your Hanukkah menorah, your Chanukiah is filled with brightness, that your life brings joy, continued accomplishment, surrounded by your beautiful family who is here celebrating with you. And may you know the depth of our gratitude to you. Please join me in thanking Commissioner Robert Tucker.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Rabbi. If you saw the menorah that we're using at my apartment, this gift really comes in handy. So thank you very much. Well, it's a bittersweet day for me, I will admit that. The FDNY is really the most extraordinary agency in city government, and perhaps because it's the greatest fire department in the world, it might be one of the most extraordinary agencies in government in our great country. There's a couple of firefighters actually here tonight, some of whom are fire marshals, but I just thought we should acknowledge them. They've been so good to me, and they're so good to us. I also want to take the opportunity to talk about how special Temple Emanu-El is to our family. It's very nice to stand here on a happy occasion. I have stood here at less happy occasions, and I am blessed to have been a bar mitzvah here. I'm blessed to have spent many, 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 very old, many holidays here. And it's nice to be here with my family, especially my dad. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me through this dream come true that I've had. You know, you cannot take a job like Fire Commissioner of New York City and do that without a lot of support. It goes without saying that it's a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week job. But it's actually when things happen in New York City that always seems to baffle me. It's either in the middle of the night, or it's in the middle of a dinner, or it's in the middle of an occasion. And my family, all of whom are in the front row, we're just so supportive, there for me. Nicole, you were there for me. I've left dinners with you, twice, I think. I've just abandoned you at dinner to run to an emergency. My kids put up with the crackling of the fire radio when there's something going on. And I'm deeply grateful to all of you for the support that you've shown me for the last 494 days, so thank you. Lastly, I want to tell all of you how lucky we are to live in this great city and to have a fire department filled with superheroes, to have EMTs and paramedics who come at our darkest hours when we need help, when all seems lost. In the FDNY, we save lives. We bring life to the world. We've delivered over 100 babies on the street. It's this year. It's really quite a fascinating person who goes into a life of service, whether it's in the FDNY or in the NYPD, where you're putting yourself in harm's way for others. And I just want to stand here and say that any honors that I receive, I accept on behalf of the first responders of New York City, who really are my heroes, and I hope your heroes as well. So thank you.